Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Promoted Sadra. In today's tutorial, I am going to be teaching you guys how to cut and sew this beautiful blouse top with a cape neckline design. If this is something you're interested in, then keep up watching. These are the materials I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using 1 yard of crepe pink fabric for the body. Then I'm also going to be using about ½ yard of black crepe fabric for the upper part of the top. So I'm going to be drafting the pattern for this top. I will mark a straight line across my pattern. This line is going to be serving as a shoulder line. So I will place my tape on the shoulder line. From there, I will mark my bust point, which is 11 inches. I will mark my under bust 40 inches. I will mark my half length, which is 60.5 inches. I will also go ahead and repeat all the measurements here like this. Then I'll connect all the points together. After connecting all the points together, I will place my tape on the shoulder. I will mark 3 inches for the wideness of the neckline. Then I also mark 3 inches for the depth of the neckline. Mind you, I am not going to be using this round neckline. I'm just marking it for a guide. Then I'll place my tape on the shoulder. I will mark half of my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches. So this is me marking the shoulder slope. Please ignore it. Do not mark it because I ended up cleaning it off. You don't need it. So I'm going to place my tape on the shoulder line. I'm going to mark half of my round armhole. So half of my round armhole measurement is 9 inches. I will place my tape on the shoulder. I'll mark 9 inches like this. I will also repeat it on this other side. Then I'll go ahead and connect the points together. This line is going to be serving as the chest line. So I will go ahead and place my tape on the waistline. I will add extra 10 inches for the full length of this top. So I want the top to be long. So I added 10 inches from the waistline. I added 10 inches. Then I'll go ahead and connect the points together. After that, I'll go ahead and label it. This is the shoulder line, the chest line, the bust point, the under bust, the waistline, and the hip line. So I'm going to place my tape on the chest line. I will mark half of my shoulder measurements. Then I'll connect from the chest line to the shoulder line. As you can see, I've gone ahead to clean the shoulder slope here. Can you see it? I've gone ahead to clean it. Now I'm going to place my tape on the bust point line. I will divide my nipple to nipple measurement by 2, which is going to give me 4.025. I will mark it on the bust point line, the waistline, and the hip line. Then I'll go ahead and use my straight ruler to connect the points together like this. I will place my tape from this point to this point here. I will place my tape like this. I will fold it into 2 to mark the midpoint like this. After marking it, I will use my straight ruler to connect a slant line from the shoulder to the bust point line. I will go ahead and mark my dart. Now I'm going to place my tape on the under bust line. I will mark 1 inch to the side front. Then I will mark 1 inch to the center front for my dart intake. I will also repeat the same thing on the hip line. I will mark 1 inch on both sides. Then if your bust is very small, mark 0.75 inch, or you can go ahead and mark ½ inch if your bust is very small. Then I'll go ahead and connect a straight line from the under bust to the hip line. Now I will place my tape on the bust point line. I will mark 1 inch downward. From that 1 inch, I'll mark a curve from there to the under bust like this. I hope you guys understand. So after marking it, I will just mark a straight line upward like this to the bust point line. Then I will remove this sharp edge and just curve it somehow, okay? So after that, I'm going to place my tape on the shoulder and take my chest dart. To do that, I'll place my tape on the shoulder. I will mark 0.75 inch to the side front and 0.75 inch to the center front. Now I'm going to use my marker to mark a slant line from the shoulder to the bust point. Now if your bust is very small, mark ½ inch on both sides. So I'm just marking this part because I'm going to be cutting it off. Now I'm going to use this part that I mark here on the center front to close the other side, okay? You are going to close the dart. Just try as much as possible to fold your pattern paper like this and use your seal tape to seal it down, just like as I did. So after sealing it down, I'll go ahead and use my straight ruler to remark the shoulder line again, just for it to be straight, as you can see. Now I'm going to place my tape on the shoulder. I will mark half of my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches. So I'll place my tape on the chest line. I will repeat that shoulder measurements again. Then I'll go ahead and remark from the shoulder to the chest line. So I'm going to place my tape on the shoulder line. I will mark 1.5 inches for shoulder slope. Then I'll connect a slant line from there to the neck width. If your shoulder slope is 1 inch, mark it. Now I'm going to place my tape on the armhole like this and fold it into two to mark the midpoint. So after marking the midpoint, I'll place my tape on that midpoint. I will go in by ½ inch. Then I'll place my tape on the chest line. I will mark my bust measurement divided by 4, which is 10 inches. I will mark it there. So I'll go ahead and connect the armhole like this. From the chest line, I'll mark a slant line to that ½ inch. Then I'll use my French curve to complete the curve around the armhole area. Now place my tape on the shoulder slope area. I will mark how wide I want the shoulder to be. So from the starting, I will mark 2.025. So that is how wide I want the shoulder to be. I will repeat the same thing on the main shoulder like this. So if you want yours to be 2 inches or 1.5 inches, mark it. I will place my tape on the shoulder at the front. I will mark the depth of the square neckline of this dress. I will mark 7 inches for the depth. Then I will measure what I have from here to this 2.025 inches point I marked there. Whatever I have there, I will place my tape on this 7 inches line. I will mark it here like this. So I will place my tape on the shoulder here like this. I will also mark that says 7 inches on this side. After marking it, I'll go ahead and mark a square neckline like this from here to here and from the shoulder to that 7 inches point like this. Now I'm going to place my tape on this line I just marked just now. From the shoulder, I will mark 3 inches downward. So you can mark 3.5 inches depending on what you want. So after marking it, I'll just go ahead and use my marker to highlight the shoulder and from there to the 3 inches. Now I'm going to use my straight ruler to mark a slant line from the depth of the square neckline down to that 3 inches point I mark. Now this is going to be for the front neckline. Can you see it? Now I'm going to remove the seal tape and use the silly disc part down. I will open the dot I mark. Can you now see it? Okay, so I'm going to use my marker to reconnect the slant line I marked here so that when I'm cutting it, I will know the part I'll be cutting. Okay, so I'm going to place my tape on the waistline. I will divide my waist measurement by 4. I will mark it. I will replace the dot I took, which is 2 inches. I will mark it here. Then I will also place my tape on the hip line. I will divide my hip measurement by 4. I will mark it. I will also measure the dot I took there, which is 2 inches. I will mark it. Now I'm going to place my tape on the chest line. I will add 1 inch for joining allowance. I will repeat it on the waistline and on the hip line. So I'll just go ahead and connect all the points together. Okay, from the chest line to the waistline, and from the waistline, I'll use my French curve to connect from there to the hip line. So NEPA just took the light. You guys are going to manage it like this. I'm going to place my tape on the side like this. I will mark 1 inch upward. Then I will use my French curve to connect a curve from the side to the full length of the top. Just curve it out. So this part I mark is the part we're going to be cutting at. Now I will place my tape on the full length of the hip line. I will mark 7 inches upward around the center front like this. After marking 7 inches, I will place my tape on the hip line like this. I will mark 1.5 inches inward. You can also mark 1 inch. Then I'll go ahead and mark a slant line from there to that 7 inches I mark upward. So we are going to be cutting this part out. After that, I'll go ahead and cut it out like this. Just watch and see the part I'm going to be cutting out. So once I'm done cutting out that part, I will cut out this part here. Then I'll cut out this part. After cutting out this part, I was supposed to cut out the excess around the down part of this center front, but I forgot. But for the side, I just cut it out. As you can see, I will cut out the shoulder, the center front, the dart and all of that. So I will label it center front 1 and center front and side front 2. So this is the front. The next thing I want to do is to draft the back part of this top. I will place my tape at the top of my pattern paper like this. I'll mark 2 inches. At the middle 2 inches, the down part I'll mark 2 inches. I'll connect the points together. That line is going to be serving as a zip allowance line. So I'll mark a straight line across. This one is the shoulder line. I will mark the chest line 9 inches. I'll mark the bust point 11 inches, under bust 40 inches, waistline 60.5 inches. Then I will add 10 inches from the waistline to how long I want the top to be. Every single line you mark around the front, that is what you're going to be repeating for the back as well. Everything must be the same. So pay attention to the difference between the front and the back. I'm going to place my tape on the chest line. I'm going to mark my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2, which is 4.05. I will mark it. Then I'll also mark it on the hip line. I'll go ahead and connect a straight line from the chest line down to the hip line. Now to mark my back dart intake, I will place my tape on the waistline. I will mark 0.75 inch to the side. I will mark 0.75 inch to the side back. Then I will mark a slant line from the chest line down to the waistline like this. Now from the waistline, I'm going to mark 6 inches downward. So I'll mark a slant line like this for the back dart intake. Then I'll place my tape on the shoulder. I will mark 1.5 inches for the shoulder slope. I will connect from there to the width of the neckline. Now I'm going to place the front shoulder on the back. I will mark the wideness like this. Then I'll place my tape on the chest line. I will divide my bust by 4, which is 10. I will connect from there to the shoulder slope for the back like this. So after connecting it, I'll place my tape on the center back. I will mark 7 inches for the depth, just like as I did for the front. Then I will repeat it here like this. I will measure what I have from here to that point I mark on the shoulder slope. Whatever I have, I will also mark it around it down here. I will go ahead and mark square neck line like this from the shoulder slope downward like this, just like as I did for the front. The same measurement, the same everything. Now from the back, I'll place my tape on the shoulder slope and mark 3 inches. Then I'll mark a slant line from the back square neckline down to that place, to that 3 inches. Then I'll mark it upward. I will remark the shoulder slope just for you guys to see it. Basically everything I did for the front is what I did for the back. Now place your tape on the waistline, mark ½ inch inward, which is 0.5. This is to remove zip bulge. Then go ahead and mark a slant line from there to the upper part like this, and from the waistline to the down part like this. So once you are done, place your tape on the waistline, divide your waist by 4, mark it, measure the dart you took and replace it. So do the same thing for the hip line, divide your hip by 4, then place your tape on the chest line, add 1 inch for joining allowance. You do the same thing for the waist and the hip line. Then I'll go ahead and connect all the points together like this. So I'll place my tape on the side like this. I will go up by 1 inch. I will mark a curve line from there to the full length of the top, just like as I did for the front part of this dress. Then I'm going to mark my zipper allowance. I'll place my tape here like this. I will mark 1.5 inches outward. Then I'll also place my tape on the waistline. From that ½ inch I mark inward. From there I will mark 1.5 inches outward. Then on the hip line I will mark 1.5 inches. Then I'll go ahead and extend this line here. Then I'll connect from there to the waistline, from the waistline to the hip line. You're going to see that it has a shape around the waistline. So make sure you mark from that ½ inch you mark inward. Take a measurement from there outward. I hope you guys understand. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. After cutting it, I'm going to separate the back. I want it to be 2 pieces. So I'll mark a straight line to the top like this, and from there I'll just highlight this line around it down. I'll go ahead and cut it out like this. Okay, so the back part is going to have 2 pieces, not 1. After cutting it, I will label it. This is the side back one and center back one. So I'll go ahead and fold my fabric into 2 like this. I will iron it. So I'm going to be placing my pattern on the folded fabric. I'll go ahead and pin it like this. After pinning it, I'm going to be adding joining allowance round, because I'm going to be joining all the pieces together. So around the top I will add ½ inch. On the side like this I will add ½ inch. Okay, round. Then around the down part I'll go ahead and cut out this part that I did cut out earlier. So around the down part I will add 1 inch for folding allowance, while for the sides I will add ½ inch. So once I'm done, I'll go ahead and connect all the points together like this. After connecting all the points together, I'll go ahead and cut it out. Around the bust area here, I'm going to be using my French curve to connect it. Okay, just to give me that curve. So I'll go ahead and cut it out as I already said. So I'm going to be doing the rest of the camera. So I've gone ahead to cut out all the pieces, as you can see. So this is the front and the back. I've gone ahead to cut out everything. So I added ½ inch all over here. Around the side, I did not add any joining allowance because I've already added it before. This is going to be the end part of this video. On my next tutorial, I will be teaching you guys how to join all the pieces together. So if this tutorial was helpful, please go ahead and like, comment and share. This really helped my algorithm a lot. Bye.